I'm gonna push it 10 years, I think. You know, I hope I'm doing another one of these videos in 8 or 10 years with you guys. I don't want to. I'm just a regular person. I'm a regular Joe. I was an athlete. This product has allowed me to get back on the mat. I don't want to get publicity off this. I just want to help other people. Other people that have this type of cancer. You're not going to find this out from Big Pharma, from the medical industries. What they do is the oncologist gets a kickback from the chemotherapy drugs that he prescribes you from the pharmaceutical company that gives it to him. I think there was like a movie on it one time. Jake Gyllenhaal played in the movie Drugs and Love or something like that. You can see how the pharmaceutical companies really work. So the doctor, the oncologist is a chemo doctor. He gets paid by, let's say he works for Kaiser, where mine is, and he would not help me. If I didn't do chemotherapy, would not help me if I didn't do chemotherapy and radiation. They blackmailed me. They said if I don't do chemo and radiation, they will not surgically remove this tumor. This tumor they could pull out. It's accessible. But they said no because I said no to chemo and radiation. Now, I pay them. I don't pay them to tell me what to do. But they were telling me, they were blackmailing me. Well, we're not going to take it out then. And the one doctor, Dr. Chabra at Fontana Kaiser, said he would. He'll pull it right out for me. He's the one that did my biopsy. They drilled a hole out of my head, seen the tumor, took a sample, screwed it back in. He said, hey, if it's big enough, or if I can get to it, I'll just open you up a little more and pull the whole tumor out. He was ready to do it, but Dr. Venedem said no. He's an oncologist. Dr. Chabra is the neurosurgeon, the brain surgery doctor. And he was told no. He was blocked by doctor because doctor knows that he could bill my insurance for all this chemotherapy. He can milk. I mean, anybody that does chemotherapy, you will die sooner with your cancer. You will. You just will. If you don't believe me, look into it. Chemotherapy only works on 3% of cancers. If Ford Motor Company produced a truck that only worked 3% of the time, they would be out of business. So why is Big Pharma not out of business? It only works on lymphoma, blood cancers. Every other cancer, it's 97% fail rate. It's mustard gas. Doctors swear an oath when they become doctors they won't do any more harm. Yet they're knowingly giving you mustard gas that will harm you. Radiation, same thing. Why does a guy sit behind the glass when he takes a picture when he's doing your dental x-rays? Or anybody doing an x-ray on you or going through an MRI? Why do they stand behind the glass? Why do they tell you when you're pregnant not to stand by the microwave? Radiation is not therapy. It's harmful to you. So yes, radiation has an initial success with tumors and cancer. It knocks it down. But it also makes it resistant to the next batch. And it can cause secondary cancers. Where cannabis has never killed anybody on the planet. Not ever. The only thing you can do is if you took too much cannabis, you fall asleep. You go down and when you're sleeping, you're healing. So you're healing. Even if you're out for 15 hours, like I have been on RSO before, I am healing in a coma, sleep. Nobody's ever died from cannabis. But lots of people die from chemotherapy and radiation. I mean, chemotherapy strips you of your immune system. You will not have an immune system to fight a common cold. You know, they got these coronaviruses that are super out there now in China and they're spreading everywhere. If you just get the common cold, you could die from that with no immune system. Because chemotherapy destroyed your immune system. And I've seen people in our church, my church I go to, who are on chemo. I begged them not to do chemo, but you can't make decisions for other people. You have to be able to make their own decisions. They look like they're skin and bones. Their hair has turned different colors. One lady was blonde. Her hair is black now. One lady, her hair was brown. It's white now. I don't know like why they keep doing this, but they look like they're dying, and I'm terminal, and I don't look like I'm dying. I get told by people that I don't look like I even have brain cancer, but you can see the scar from my biopsy. But going back to the doctors at Kaiser, he was in the room with me. He's this he's kind of he was a cocky doctor, and he just told me, you got 3 years to live max if you don't do chemo and radiation. And my wife and best friend were there. And they started crying. And they wanted me to do chemotherapy. He did like the push-away deal. The car salesman. Oh, I don't need your money. I was just trying to help you. Yeah, he didn't tell me that if he were to prescribe me chemotherapy, he probably gets a $3,000 check from Big Pharma. He gets a secondary income from Kaiser paying him to be a doctor, from Big Pharma to prescribe me this drug. Now, that's a conflict of interest. Why don't they tell us that when we go there? Do they tell anybody with cancer that what they do is rescind it? That means pull out your cancer tumor if they can. Chemotherapy and radiation. That is their 3 main go-tos. Well, the best option is to rescind it. Get rid of it if you can. Skip chemo and radiation. But they don't get their money. The doctor doesn't get their kickback check if they don't prescribe you chemotherapy. Now, ask your doctor, plan out. Do you get a kickback check from Big Pharma for what you prescribe me from chemotherapy? Ask them and look at the look on their face, see if they tell you the truth or they're lying. This is all open. This is open facts. They don't want you to know. I thought that was like he was being a car salesman. He did the push-away deal, like, oh, I was just trying to help you. I don't need your money. Yeah, he does. He wants to bill my insurance. He wants to bill my insurance for the chemotherapy that he prescribed me. That, yes, it might have an initial success, but chemotherapy will kill you faster. If you have cancer, you're 4 times, like, I think it's, I can't quote that. I think I read in the Mayo Clinic newsletter that you'll die 4 times quicker if you do chemotherapy and radiation than if you were to do nothing at all and just have a clean diet without RSO. But with RSO and with cannabis and CBD, I think you have a better chance. I think you push your, depends on how quick you catch it. I caught mine pretty quick. I caught mine in stage 2. Another thing we found out is they won't classify you with stage 1. They don't. So you just go automatically to stage 2, and that's what I was. So we don't know if I was stage 1 or stage 2. I have no idea. Maybe an oncologist can tell us why they don't classify stage 1. Maybe an oncologist can tell us why they get a pharmaceutical check from Big Pharma for what they prescribe us. That's conflict of interest. Anyways, my Charba told me to keep doing what I'm doing. He was the doctor that was going to take out my brain tumors. Not this one. This one's inoperable. And they blocked him. They told he's a good doctor. So anybody in Fontana, Kaiser, go to Charba. That guy's good. He cares. The other 2 guys, man, once I said no to chemotherapy and radiation, I never heard from them again. They could care less. I was just another number to them. But these shops I go to, where I get like my water, these people, they work with me. They ask me what I have wrong with me. They try to give me the best product they have for it. And yet they're vilified. So the doctors are crown kings and they could do no wrong, and the shops, they're vilified, but they're helping me. So I want to help get the word out that they're helping me. I want other people to do what I'm doing, if that's what you want to do. I don't want you to be forced into this corral of chemotherapy and radiation like they do. They don't tell you have options. So if you get cancer, you got time. Don't panic. Formulate a plan. See what you're going to do, how you're going to treat it. How I treat it is a ketogenic diet. My faith in God. Everything comes from Christ. Everything. My wife, my kids, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my mom, my dad, they're a huge support network. So you got to have a support network. Cannabis. My CBD water from Woke CBD in Riverside by Cal Baptist. I get edibles from there. I get vape from there. I get vape from down in Arupa. Everything I get is really from them, and then I grow my own cannabis. In California, you're allowed to have 6 plants per person. My wife and I are 2 people, so we're allowed to have 12 plants, and I just eat it raw. Even the bud. Even when the bud comes, it's sticky, and I just eat it raw. I never get high off the raw stuff. What I plan on doing now is, I feel great. Today is my 36th birthday. I was supposed to be dead already. They told me I would never see 35. My brother did radiation, and he didn't switch to his diet at all, and he rolled on the mat almost until 3 months before he died, and he died too quick in 2016. He was my identical twin brother, so it hit me hard. He didn't see me alive. He wasn't alive when I had cancer, so he didn't know. How we have brain cancer, I think it's from pesticides. We were both pest control technicians. My mom owned a great pest control company. She offered a great product to the community we live in. And we worked for her. And then when she sold her business to a big time business and retired, became a nurse, I went and worked for Dewey Pest Control. And, you know, when you're around pesticides that much and you spray it in the eaves and it blows in your face, you were supposed to wear your PPE, your personal protective equipment, goggles, respirator, and your gloves. Everybody knows as a technician, we don't wear our PPE every time. We wear our gloves because we can be fined by the ag department if we don't. But go watch your pest control tech when he's spraying your house or when you see him. Most times he's not wearing a respirator and he's not wearing glasses. You can get poison through the eyes, you can get through the skin, you can inhale it, you can get it in your mouth. I was out there probably for a decade spraying pesticides, and there's a high correlation between pest control techs and cancer. They did a study in 1978, and it's atrocious. I mean, you'll probably get cancer if you're a pest control tech long enough. We believe that's how my brother got his, and then he went and worked hazmat, hazardous waste material at the base. So that didn't help either. That's where I think I got it from. My mom doesn't believe so. We had a great product we offered to the community. It was there's nothing wrong with getting your house sprayed. No one wants to live with cockroaches. But we also live in California, where we have the biggest agricultural valley known to man, and we produce 80% of the nation's winter vegetables. So 80% of the nation's winter vegetables comes from the valley, and they crop dust that with pesticides. All of that is pesticide laden, and the earth, the soil, has got pesticides in it. So even the next crop coming up. So you have to wash your produce. Wash, wash, wash. You wash it with vinegar, water. There's things on YouTube you can look up. We try to get organic produce as much as we can, but I think my cancer's from pesticides. I don't spray inside my house with my kids. I don't. I've sprayed on the outside a couple times, but after I got cancer, I stopped spraying altogether. I don't want my kids exposed to it. That's it, guys and girls. Till the next Kacey Live, you guys make sure you guys keep tuning in. I hope we'll put some stuff out for you guys that you like. Put some comments below. Maybe we can, you want to see something, we'll film it. I'm not trying to create a huge following. This is for people who need this information, that need this help. You're not going to get it from Big Pharma. You're just not going to. It's a big business. Cancer's big business, and they make a lot of money off you. They didn't get any from my insurance. My insurance has been billed $0 for my brain cancer. Here I am alive. I'm well. I can only assume that's because God doesn't want to take me yet. I'm glad with that. I need more time with my kids. But guys, go check out some of this stuff. Check out some of these. If you don't believe me, check out Rick Simpson oil. Take it yourself. Watch a movie. Watch Looney Tunes when you take it. It's very entertaining. Don't believe me, guys. Anything I said, vet me. Try this stuff out for yourselves. Trump made he passed the Right to Try Act. So if you have cancer, you have the right to try cannabis in your area, even if it's against the law. So try it out. Use that law he put into place that protects us cancer patients. So we have the right to try cannabis. I advise you guys, please don't do chemo radiation. I saw what it did to my brother. You have to make your own decisions and what's best for you. I miss him a lot. He was my training partner. I could finish his sentences. He could finish mine. He knew what I was thinking. And when that leaves you after 32 years, you've been together, you shared a womb together. Yeah, I do feel a little alone on this earth. I feel like a part of me is dead. A part of me is gone. So I don't want that for you guys. If you can, avoid chemotherapy and radiation. I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you proof. But just look at me. Maybe God just has me here regardless. Maybe He needs the glory for me being alive right now. But I do think that it's a combination of my faith, the cannabis, the keto diet. Also, guys, I fast. I fast a lot. I do 24-hour fast, 48-hour fast, 72-hour fast. That kills the cancer. And it's euphoric when you're fasting. You get so much work done. So that's it. Your faith in God, keto diet, cannabis, fasting, and the support network that you have. That's it. Till next time, guys. See you later.